What is up, fishing addicts? On today's video we'll be talking about best budget kayak battery. Recently I have purchased a bigger fish finder, which a lot of kayak fishermen right now are upgrading their fish finders, and more people are using the side view, GPS down imaging, and even live scope, or whatever it's called, depending on the fish finder you have. And those type of fish finders, they're usually touch screen and 7 inches or more. They have a screen bigger than 7 inches. So the traditional seal lead acid batteries are no longer cutting it, and this battery is actually, I purchased it maybe like I would say 8 weeks ago, for my Ray Marine Dragon fish finder, because the original battery that I had on my Garmin Striker 4, this thing will last me days. I mean, that's me running my fish finder, my lights, and bunch of other accessories that I never used on my Ascent. So I switched to a hobby. I switched to a Jackson Kusa, and the kayak itself with a couple other stuff was becoming a little bit heavy, especially when you carry it for long distances. So this is the reason I bought a smaller battery. This one is actually, I believe this one is a 7 amp hour battery, and the big one, it's 18. So my buddy bought a fancy fish finder. I got a little bit jealous, and I always wanted side imaging and GPS, especially GPS, and I want to go ahead and bought myself Garmin again, because I had a bit of a learning curve with the Ray Marine Dragonfly Pro. A lot of people spoke of it very highly. My complaint was it was not doing what I wanted to do. I did not do that much of a research myself. A lot of the people I talked to that they had it were trolling for walleyes, salmon, and bunch of other species. I do not do that. So my fish finder did not do that well when I was traveling less than half a mile. The readings were blurry, and we had a big learning curve. I'm not as smart as some other people. So then I switched to ecomap 74 SV with side view, and I love that fish finder. But the only thing is, with the lead acid batteries, they do not last. However, it did last me. With this battery, I pulled off 12 hours, and I still have a little bit over 80% of it battery life left. When I hooked that up at 2 a.m. in the morning, battery lead was showing me 12.8 volts. When I was done fishing, it was showing 12.4. Maybe if I would have went an hour or 2 or 4 more, the battery would have died. And I know if I keep this up, it's not gonna last me long. Actually, I have a very informative video that I will link up down below, and I strongly suggest you guys watch it. So that's it, guys. I went and I purchased a lithium-ion battery, which they are quarter or less of the weight, and this one is from Wilderness System. It's a 15 amp battery, which costs $125. You can buy them from Amazon, and I probably searched for a battery for a good whole week before I made the decision to go with this one. What it helped me out was I did talk to a couple other kayakers that had a similar fish finder like mine. So most of them were using 12 or 10 amp hour batteries. So I thought 15 amps is dream come true. So I did actually order 2 of them, but one of them came in before the other. I ordered them 6 hours apart. So I guess it was from a different seller. So this is the battery. It's 15 hours, and the size is, I quit smoking, but it is just a tiny bit larger than a cigarette pack, and it almost weighs as much as one too. I mean, compared to even the 7 amp one, it's 10 times heavier than this. And all these are sealed, and the charger, which is a USB, also it has rubber O-rings that seal up once you connect to it. So is the connector that goes to your fish finder, and once you connect this, as you see, it has a rubber O-ring. So it is waterproof. I wouldn't say waterproof, but splash-proof, just like any other fish finder. And I guess I gotta figure out how to work this, but I know if you press the light once and if you press it twice, or something turns on the main power. It does have 2 USB ports, which are pretty good. It has a 5-volt micro USB connector, and the 12-volt, it's right here. For most of the part, I looked up to Bueno Power. Something similar to this was $150, and FPF, sorry, the FPF lithium ion battery, it's actually almost $230. So this one is 130, half the price, almost the same power, and like I said, it's pretty compact and lightweight. I'll strongly suggest, guys, Wilderness System. And I have not tried it on the water yet, but I will, and I'll give you guys an updated full review for the fish finder and battery. So stay tuned. I'll catch you guys on the water.